Hi, I'm your host, Mark Aaron, and welcome to In Focus by U Multicultural, where we focus on civic issues here in Winnipeg. And in today's episode, we'll be talking to an international student and how he had to adjust to the Winnipeg's climate and education system. With me right now is David Sanchez from Colombia. David, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, Mark. How are you?
Doing good as well. So, when did you move to Canada, and why did you move to Canada?
Yeah, okay. So that was back in 2017. I did my first 6 months in high school. Then I had to go back to Colombia for a year. My process was a little bit weird. So after the year, I came back here 2019, and yeah, since then I've been here.
So, what were the struggles of moving here as an international student? Because it's different for some other people.
Right, struggles. Yeah, of course. As I said before, I think. mm the way that I came here was different. So I first came as a high school student. However, I didn't have a student visa. I just came with a like a tourist visa. So that's why I had to go back and apply all over again. It took way longer than I was expected. So I guess all the process of visas was really hard. Besides that, is I guess I came here by myself. So the support of your family is like is away. All your friends are there in the other country. So it feels sometimes you can feel a little bit lonely. However, you have to just make really good relationships and just be secure about yourself, and like, this is all a progress that you're doing for a better reason.
What kind of help did you have from moving here? Because like some people have some resources or support from other people in the country they're visiting. But what kind of help did you have while moving here?
Right. Okay. So, well, I have like two kind of helps, like the help that I had in my country and people that I met here. So of course my family helped me with the first like investment that we said like is the money that we use for college. That was the first investment that my parents helped me to do. Um, However, I didn't knew anyone here at that point. So when I came here, I was just by myself. I met some people on the run. So, for example, I stay in a homestay house. So those people became like my family. I trust them. They trust me. So we built this relationship. So that was the first like family that they helped me just get through this, and then of course later um, other relationships, friendships, and stuff.
So what did you wish you knew before moving to Winnipeg? Because it's a different atmosphere than Colombia is.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's different, of course, the culture and of course, food, weather, people. Um, I wish I knew. Well, I have to say, in a point of knowledge, I wish I knew more. For example, all the process, driver's lessons, visa, so that kind of knowledge. I would like. I wish I knew before. Mm, Also, I wish I knew about the weather. I guess I knew Canada was cold. However, you just have to experience it once you're here. Otherwise, I guess your mind is not capable of feel how cold it is in here. However, of course, you get used to it. But yes, I wish I knew that the food is a whole new world here. Um, in Colombia, we have a lot of fruits. It's so diversified here. Is pretty, you know, just a few fruits and few vegetables. Of course, you can find anywhere, but it could be a little bit more expensive.
And what advice would you give someone moving to a new country that have nothing to know about the country?
Okay. Yeah, few tips, few things to take into account. I guess. Of course, you have to know where you're going. So make a little bit of research, of course, in the subject, in the city, uh, like what is the culture, people. um, so these kind of little things that you can just reach or Google it, of course, to make your research. Get someone that knows about the process, that knows about visa, all the residency process. If you're planning to stay, those is fundamental that you have someone, an advisor that can guide you to to the results. So my mistake was at the beginning. I was not advised properly, so that's why it took more time. So yeah, I have an advisor that is an expert in the field, can guide you to that. And third thing I will say, uh, have some money saved. So when you came here, you of course they say that Canada is a country of opportunity, and that's completely true. um, However, finding a job is not that easy. So there is jobs opportunities, of course, but it may take more time than expected. So have a little bit of money aside, save up for, like, if you cannot find a job in a couple months, you have this money saved for that reason.
And speaking of education, what would you say was a struggle of switching from Colombia's education to Winnipeg's education? Because it's a different atmosphere too.
Yeah, of course. Well, I finished high school when I was 16. I then went to university. I did a couple semesters at university, so I knew how was the work that I had to put on. The most, I think, the big change that I feel was the integration. So here in Canada is a lot of practical stuff rather than a lot of theory. That I think in Colombia you see a lot of theory. You have a lot of subjects, a lot of topics that you have to learn, memorize. So this kind of learning is not very good for for practice, for practical matter. Here in Canada is a lot of practical and just hands-on experience, and you work through like you work and you're learning at the same time. So this is like this is amazing how they work here, rather than just memorize a book and just repeat it, and you will forget it eventually. However, if you learn and you practice, it will stick to you a longer.
Right. Well, thank you so much, David, for your time.
Yeah, of course, anytime, Mark.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today's episode of In Focus by U Multicultural. I'm your host, Mark Arian. A special thank you to David Sanchez for his time. Hope you guys stay safe and have a nice day.